I can't believe this is still going on. I genuinely thought that by now we'd already have gotten some confirmation that Donald Trump is well enough to be walking around and doing things frequently, at least appearing on TV and speaking to the public, giving some kind of nonsense press event or something like that. This is by far the longest that Trump has been away from the public and not in front of the spotlight, seeking out privacy, it would seem. Or maybe having it forced upon him, whether he likes it or not, some people have suggested. He's never done it for this long. Things are really kind of odd right now, and I think most people would agree, whether you think he's actually dead or not right now. Well, he's clearly not dead, but man, it seems like he might be getting close. I've talked about this a bit already, to be fair. A couple of videos I put out, but this drama just keeps on broiling. I thought it would be over, but apparently it's still going, and it's kind of getting more spicy by the day. Well, I guess that's to be expected, since the White House is yet to put out a statement saying, by the way, we've heard the rumors, Trump is fine. Here's a picture of him, golfing or something, but without palm trees in the background in supposedly Virginia. Anyway, man, my mustache is itchy today. We got this article here that, seems to indicate that there is a bit to be worried about. Well, if you are a Trump supporter, that is. If you're not, then there's a lot to not be worried about, a lot to be excited about, in fact. For instance, Melania Trump, just a few hours ago, was spotted at Walter Reed. Online claim has reignited Trump health rumors. An unverified post on the platform Threads claimed that Melania Trump was seen at Walter Reed Army Medical Center in Washington, D.C. Speculation over President Donald Trump's health has gained traction on social media in recent days, fueled by unverified reports and online theories. The rumors intensified after a post on the platform Threads claimed that Melania Trump was seen at Walter Reed Army Medical Center in Washington, D.C. Despite the online speculation, Trump publicly addressed the concerns on Truth Social, writing, "I've never felt better in my life." However, the statement did little to quiet the chatter online. It is odd that he's tweeting and not, appearing publicly. They did this whole thing to Biden back in the day, and Biden ended up being fine. So if Trump ends up being fine after all of this, then I'm just glad that we're serving him a taste of the medicine MAGA gave our boy Joe. The renewed focus on Trump's health began after he was seen with apparent bruising on his hand during a recent public appearance. We already know this. On Sunday, a user on Threads claimed that she saw Melania Trump during a visit to Walter Reed's labor and delivery unit Thursday. Quote, "Went to Walter Reed on Thursday to be monitored in labor/delivery because I'm very pregnant. Mid being monitored in triage, guess who showed up for an unscheduled, quote, tour of L&D? Melania Trump. Even the staff was confused as to why she was there," the woman wrote on Threads. "Looking at news reports that Trump has disappeared, I find it a little odd that Melania was randomly roaming the halls of Walter Reed, only to follow with reports that her husband is MIA," she said. Dude, what if Trump is dead right now? Or not dead, but in this hospital, was secretly airlifted there and somehow snuck in, and he's being worked on in top secret, kept alive. And the person we're seeing in these photos, for just a brief second, going from the opening of the White House door to his little limo. What if it's not Trump? What if it's somebody in one of the billions of existing highly realistic, made to fit Trump silicone masks that's meant to look just like him from a distance? I'm not saying that the technology would have to be made. I'm saying they could order one online and put a guy who's a bit heavy set that could be Trump's body double. It could be that we've been seeing a body double, and there are reasons why people are suggesting this could be the case. Replying to one of the comments, the woman wrote, "Babe, it isn't a rumor that Melania was there visiting multiple patients, and staff can confirm this." The claim quickly spread across social platforms, reigniting speculation about Trump's health. One person wrote on X, "JD Vance, Don Jr., Melania, Ivanka, and Tiffany haven't posted in over 2 days. Unheard of, mind you. Melania was spotted at Walter Reed." That is true. None of these people have been posting at all. There's clearly something going on that we don't know. Another asked, "Does Melania roam the halls of Walter Reed often?" As of now, there's no verified evidence that Melania Trump visited Walter Reed or that President Trump was admitted or treated there. The Hindustan Times cannot independently verify the claims made on Threads or other social media platforms. and yet the White House isn't denying these claims, which is really weird. It's weird how many days deep we are into this now with no response. You know, this is an administration that exists on Twitter, so you'd think they'd put out some kind of response, especially when the images of him that we're getting look like this. Oh, sorry about that. This has got to be photoshopped, right? Like someone fucked with this? Because everyone has been posting this image. And I don't know if you guys are noticing here, but like, where the fuck is his hair? That's gotta be photoshopped, right? I feel like this is the same, him like walking from the thing, right? This looks like a man in a silicone mask, though. If this is real, then something is fucking up, dude. I'm going to assume this image is not real. I am going to assume this image is altered. If it is not altered, we will know shortly, because bro looks like a fucking cancer patient. Yeah, this has gotta be fake, bro, but this image has been viral all over Twitter, and I felt I would be remiss not to show it to you, just in case. When Trump does his announcement tomorrow, because yes, apparently, according to the White House scheduling, Trump will be doing an announcement at noon or a little after noon tomorrow. So, who knows what news we're going to be getting. It was simply titled, Trump will be making an announcement. Here's the thing, though. That's not where this all ends. Just a few moments ago, like, I'm not even joking, literally, like 2 hours ago, the White House put a new YouTube video up called President Trump's 11 Life Lessons. Very interesting. Watch, he's resigning. Dude, imagine he resigns and gives up the position to JD Vance so he can just, you know, die in peace. Who knows? Regardless, though, I've got this video brought up, and before we hop into it, I want to ask that if you're enjoying this video so far, consider leaving a like. Every thumbs up and every comment you guys leave down below boosts the channel and the algorithm and helps a ton. I really appreciate it. Want to try and see if we can hit 1,000 likes in this video within 24 hours. Curious if you're up to the challenge. Maybe even 500 comments too. Let's see if y'all can do it, but regardless, let's get on into it. So, I'm curious if this is going to be like a weirdly end-of-life coded video coming from Trump and the White House. It's odd that this has been the most significant communication that we've actually gotten in the last few days, so let's see what this is all about. I got sent this by a chatter who said I really should react to it on stream, so let's see what the deal is here.
Let me share some of the biggest
11 life lessons from Trump.
lessons I've learned from a lifetime spent building dreams. First, if you think that you're too young to do something great, let me tell you that you are wrong. You're not too young. In America, with drive and ambition, young people can do.
I'm not gonna lie, already, this could be your normal run-of-the-mill Trump propaganda. This could also be very clearly read as, like, the beginning of an end-of-life clout campaign Trump wants to run so that he can die high as fuck off of as much attention as he can possibly grab up.
Anything. Second of all, and very importantly, you have to love what you do. I rarely see somebody that's successful that doesn't love what he or she does. Third thing is to think big.
That's fair.
You know, you're going to do something, you might as well think big, because it's just...
One thing I will say is Donald Trump, when he just, like, talks about random real life, just normal shit, nothing to do with politics, nothing to do with how the world ought to be run or made, or like, made to be. When Trump just talks about, like, believe in yourself, like, here's how you can be, like, you know, like, he gives decent enough advice, mostly because he's surrounded by successful, wealthy, self-made people, being a powerful rich person and how connected they all are. So he's probably just picked up a lot of rhetoric and advice off of actual self-made, powerful, rich people. And now he just repurposes what they've said. So this stuff, I'm sure there's not going to be anything too on its face problematic with anything he says here in this video. It's more like this video really is kind of coded in this, like, great big, like, the beginning of a big goodbye to Trump, if that makes sense. It's weird they put this out, like, a couple hours ago, and now Trump's going to make a mystery announcement tomorrow. presumably. If he doesn't show up, then it's going to be really fishy.
Just as hard to solve a small problem as a big problem, and it's just as much energy and everything else, except the result is going to be a smaller one. So love what you do, but think big. Fourth is work hard. Work hard. Fifth is don't lose your momentum.
Work hard, but not so hard you get bone spurs. Am I right, Trump?
Just want to keep it going, and you have to know if you are losing it, you have to know when you're losing it, so maybe you stop, and maybe it's time to stop. Number 6, if you want to change the world, you have to have the courage to be an outsider. In other words, you have to take certain risks and do things a little bit differently. Otherwise, if that weren't the case, everybody would be successful. Number 7 is to trust your instincts, common sense. You can go very far in life with common sense. 8th, everybody should believe in the American dream. It's real, it's there, and it's right before you. 9th, think of yourself as
I love how we're throwing that in there, the American dream. Dude, the concept of the American dream was that anyone could come to America and build a better life for themselves. You are the antithesis of the American dream, okay? Like, literally the antithesis. Watch any movie where the American dream is a theme in it. It's about immigrants coming to America and making their lives better. You are the antithesis of that. You're the American nightmare.
A winner. The power of positive thinking. In recent years, too many of our young people have really been taught to think of themselves as victims. But in America, we reject that idea that anyone is born a victim. Our heroes are the ones who take charge of their own destiny despite the odds. And next is to be an original. The all-time great.
By the way, this isn't new audio. These are lines from him at, like, live events and stuff. They're clipping together stuff from him here. This is not any original new Trump that we're getting here.
For people who had the confidence to be a little different, God only created one of you, so don't try to be someone else. Finally, and most importantly, never, ever give up. I've learned that perseverance is everything, so whatever happens, no matter where you are.
Never give up hoping for the best case scenario in this situation, guys. Never give up hoping that the funniest thing ever happens to Trump.
In life, stay optimistic and just keep pushing forward. Never let anyone tell you that something is impossible. Ever, ever, ever. In America, the impossible is what we all do best.
That was the most end-of-life coded shit ever. Is this man actually fucking dying? Are you serious? Is this happening? I feel like they might be trolling us at this point. What if this is a troll? What if they're actually fucking with us? Dude. They might just be edging me right now. They might just be getting our cocks nice and hard, getting our balls swollen just to leave us, just to absolutely ditch us and never give us the nut. They're just gonna have, like, Trump come out on stage, like, dancing, like, post-liposuction, and he's gonna be like, "I'm alive! You fell for it!" It's gonna be like, fuck! We got edged! Now we got blue balls! Stalin pretended to die once so he would see who celebrated. Yeah, I wonder if he's pulling something like that, KGB. Maybe it's just a big-ass troll. I really do hope that it's not, though. It's really weird that the whole Trump family has been silent for days now. This doesn't happen. These people do not go media silent in terms of showing their faces, or even, in the case of the Trump family, tweeting for this long. It's fucking weird. It'll be J.D. Vance wearing a Trump mask claiming he's Donald Trump. God. Trump's gonna come out looking like Palpatine after the unlimited power scene. He might already look that way based on what we're seeing of him. Like, it seems he's lost his hair. Fucking hell, dude. If that image is real, dude, he's probably got cancer. I don't know. God damn it, there's a mosquito in here. Hopefully I don't get bitten by that. Or fuck, hopefully it doesn't get into my room tonight and start biting me while I'm sleeping. Yeah, we got our balls swollen by Trump, folks. It sucks, but Trump gave us all swollen balls. Let's hope our balls don't stay swollen. Hopefully in the next day or two we get some good news and we get to get them nice and empty. Anyway, folks, If you all enjoyed this segment and found it entertaining, educational, or enjoyable in any way whatsoever, then please consider leaving a like and a comment down below. Regardless of how you support me, I really appreciate it immensely. You guys are the best, so kind, so based. As always, y'all are awesome. And please consider supporting me as well by subscribing. You'll also get notified when I upload or go live in the future too, if you do, so make sure that you tell YouTube you want to hear whenever I upload or go live in the future, and hopefully I'll see you again. And of course, don't forget to follow my social medias, linked down below in the description, particularly my fan Discord if you haven't already joined. It's the main hub of my fan base and community, and on top of that, I host weekly gaming events, call-in streams, watch parties, and movie nights there every week, every Friday. So if you don't want to miss anything, that is the place to be, and I highly recommend you hang out. You won't regret it. And, of course, finally, if you want to support me directly, financially, help me keep the lights on and a roof above my head here at the Xander Hall studio, then please consider donating, subscribing, or gifting a sub on my website, xanderhall.com/live, or support me through YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, StreamElements, Patreon, or buy some custom Xander Hall merch through the Streamlabs link down below in the description. You know, I am a smaller creator, and YouTube takes about 55% of the cut of every viewed advertisement that you see, like 55% of all your ad revenue. So it really does help if you guys just toss a few coins to your streamer every once in a while, considering, you know, YouTube does not exactly treat small creators kindly. Regardless of how you support me, though, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I appreciated it a lot, and I hope to see you all again soon.